You know what pissed me off? LaVar Bell, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching everybody yesterday, and they're going in on LaVar Bell because he said, I want my sons to have $1 billion shoe deal.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with that?
Yeah.
He said, you don't want the best for your kids?
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong?
A lot of people are upset that just never had a dad.
You know what? That is a great point.
And it is. It's
a
reality.
Great point.
Because if you grew up with a supportive father, like I grew up with a very supportive father, so when I hear LaVar Bell's comments, I'm not offended because I'm like, yeah, my dad would say this to me all the time. Like, that's what dads do. But when people are like, what an asshole, it's like, well, I think you were missing something.
Can we talk? Let's talk about LaVar Bell for a second.
Sure.
I was having this conversation with Van. Salute to Van. Because Van kind of is the person that, I guess, put LaVar on the map, so to speak, because the first thing he asked LaVar was, people are comparing your son to Steph Curry. If you go online, they're saying...
Oh, that was Van's interview?
That was Van's interview.
So good for you. Shout out to Van.
He's like, people are saying that your son is like Steph Curry, and Steph Curry was 6'5" with athleticism.
I would say he's more Jason Kidd, but with a jump shot, a little bit. But
Great.
Yeah.
Great. That's a $100 million contract, right?
Oh,
if
yeah.
you got that?
I get paid. Yeah, absolutely.
So LaVar goes, my son's better than Steph Curry. And everybody got mad at him. What kind of parents do y'all have?
Yeah.
Like, what is your parent supposed to say? Oh, no, Steph Curry will beat the shit out of my son.
Exactly.
If I'm a father, that's what I can't wait to have a son. I do that to my daughters now.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody better than you.
There we go.
You got to instill that confidence in them. Fuck reality.
Yep.
You have to have that belief that I can go out there and bust their motherfucking ass, win or lose. And if you do lose, you tell your son, don't worry, you're going to get him next time. He's not better than you. I'm telling you. He just got lucky. He just works a little bit harder on this. If you work on this, then that's whatever. You don't say, yeah, Steph Curry's better than my son. Then everybody got mad at LaVar Bell for saying he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one.
I got upset at him for that.
Okay, listen, you don't have a black father. I have a black father.
I don't.
Okay, let me tell you about black fathers.
Long ball Larry, my dad is not a black man.
And I believe your father probably does have some of this mentality. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Yeah.
My daddy either thinks he can beat them or he knows somebody who can.
That's not my dad.
All right. Let's be clear. I'm a true story. I got a cousin. I don't want to say his name, but he used to play baseball back in the day.
Yeah.
According to my father, he was better than Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, faster than Deion Sanders. Anybody you can name, my cousin would beat him on the baseball field. The only reason he didn't make it to the pros, because he wouldn't take his earring out for the scouts. That's all.
Because he wouldn't take his earring out.
Wow, better than all of these people, but he just wouldn't take his earring out for the scouts. So, whatever.
Sure.
You got to be exceptional on another level, and you got to be a fan favorite of a black father for him to feel like you're better than him at anything.
Sure.
My dad might give it up for 2 people. 3. He might give it up for Muhammad Ali.
Troy Aikman.
No, he ain't giving it up for Troy.
No.
He's not even going to give it up for fucking Troy.
After all the joy Troy brought to him?
He loves Troy. He didn't give it up for Troy. He might give it up for Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Michael Jordan.
No. Muhammad Ali, James Brown. Ain't nobody better than James. According to my daddy, James Brown was the first rapper. All right? All these motherfuckers got their swagger from James. Rap. That's what you call that? That ain't rap. That's James Brown, boy. Let's put this on. That's not nationality. You hear that rhyming? Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Like, that's how my daddy is. So, for LaVar Bell to say Michael Jordan could beat him, you got 3 sons. You're not going to sit in front of your sons and say, this man can beat you at anything.
Yeah.
You're a daddy. So why are people upset? And by the way, I found out LaVar Bell was all conference. He sucked at one school, but he went to some school in Cali. I think he was Washington State or somewhere.
He averaged 2 points a game, I checked.
No, that was Washington State.
At Washington State.
Go to the other school.
And then he went to Cal State Fulton.
And it was all conference, goddammit. Looked it up. I looked it up last night.
But Fullerton is in a shitty conference. Doesn't matter. Look, point is, I think that you're introducing America to black fatherhood and the confidence that comes with black fatherhood.
Schultz, I know for a fact when you have a child, you're not going to let... You think you can do heart surgery.
Bro.
You said you could fucking catch a pass over Darryl Reeves. You said you could beat Layla Ali.
Of course, I can.
You beat Jay Williams.
I beat Jay Williams.
All right.
Hall of Famer. Famer. College Hall of Famer.
So
Bro, I'm on your side. I'm 100... But I will say
Michael Jordan can beat you one-on-one?
Now?
That's all I'm saying. What Michael are we talking about here? You talking about Michael in college? Maybe freshman year UNC.
So here's the thing. I'm with you 100%. I just think it's hilarious that you chalk it up to black fatherhood, which is amazing. And I don't think that anybody has spoken about that.
Oh, black fatherhood is different, bro.
Black fatherhood is a different thing.
Because we have to be.
Why is that?
because we're already faced with all of these different challenges.
So you need to prepare your kid for the challenges by instilling them with tons of confidence.
Listen, confidence, borderline delusion, dream bigger than anything could possibly see. Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. It's like Jewish parents do that too.
Why shouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm like,
dude,
if you ain't, listen,
no, Jewish parents do the opposite.
No, Jewish parents love their fucking kids. Dude, you'll never, like, the most confident women are ugly Jewish girls.
I don't even know how you got to that conclusion.
Trust me, I've dated. Dude, there would be an ugly Jewish girl missing a foot, missing a hand, and you can't tell her she's not the finest chick in the planet. And that's because her parents every single day have been, hey, listen, you got the nicest nubs, this side of the fucking Hudson River. It is the most beautiful nubs I've ever seen in the entire world. And as a parent, now there's two things. There's two lines of talk, because I was talking to my buddy about this, because he's having a kid. I can't say who he is, but shout out to him. He's great. So, and he was talking about how you instill confidence in your kid. And we were saying, do you do it by building them up constantly, or do you do it by listening? Because when you build someone up constantly, what you can run the risk of is their confidence being dependent on being built up. So you want to have kids, you want to have kids that have this unwavering confidence because it comes from themselves, rather than a confidence that is necessary to be patted on the back constantly. You're amazing, you're so good. Because they will go through times in life where they won't be told they're amazing.
That's why you don't give your kids shit. When they go to the hoop, you swat their shit to the fucking heaven.
Gary Vee 'em.
That's it.
Yeah.
They got to actually beat you. You playing video games, you whip their ass until they actually do beat you.
Now, but do you also tell them at the same time that they're great, or do you make them feel important by listening to what they say?
You tell them they can be great if they do X, Y, and Z.
So you give them a platform for work.
Absolutely.
You reward work, not nothing.
Absolutely. My father used to always tell me you're going to end up broke, dead, or in jail if you don't motherfucking change your lifestyle. Now, he wasn't telling me that I wasn't shit.
Yeah.
He was telling me that if I continued to do what I was doing, I wasn't going to be shit. But if I just switch my ways a little bit and start working towards this, I got the potential to be anything I want to be.
Would your father reward you a lot with positive affirmation growing up? Was he complimentary to you? Was he proud of you?
No. Absolutely not. He wasn't he gave me props when I did something good, but I just didn't do a lot of good things, to be honest with you.
Did that mean more, though? Did props from your dad mean more than anything?
Yeah, they still mean something.
It's special when he's like, I'm proud of you.
They still mean something. Absolutely.
Do you think on some level you're motivated by his acceptance?
Not necessarily his acceptance. I was motivated by his words. Okay. Because when you start seeing somebody's words come true, based off everything that's around you and some things that may happen to you. Like for me, it was when I saw all my cousins really start falling off, and they really were broke sitting under the tree, like my father said. Or they really were, like friends of mine really were going to jail for prison sentences, and friends of mine really were dying, and then I started going to jail. I'm like, this motherfucker's a prophet.
He might be onto something. So funny. You think he's a prophet? If you break the law, you go to jail.
Exactly.
I think he's psychic.
Yeah, at the time, you like,
this guy just genius.
At the time, you like, this motherfucker's a prophet. Then as you get older, you realize, like, no, that is just life. Okay? That's it. So it's like, I still mean something. Like, listen, man, some of the dumbest advice I ever got in my life, and I talk about this in my book, Black Privilege, Opportunity Comes to Those Who Create It, out April 18th. I had a cousin aunt, and I was sitting in the kitchen, and I was talking about all the things I wanted to do in my life and all the dreams and aspirations I had. And she comes in there, older woman. She comes in there and goes, look, you shouldn't set your goals so high. Because when you set your goals so high and you don't accomplish them, you're going to be hurt. You're going to feel bad.
Nah, she's pussy.
So pussy!
Nah, she's pussy.
But that's pussy.
But that's people that can't handle rejection, yo. Once you on some level embrace rejection, don't get me wrong, I fucking hate rejection, but once you on some level embrace it, you're not afraid to fail. These people that are afraid to fail never go anywhere because of the fear. Your life is dictated by fear. I'd rather live with, what is it they're saying? I'd rather live with failure than regret.
Yeah, listen, and by the way,
regret ruins your life,
I agree. And by the way, I don't know what y'all think, everybody out there listening, I've heard way more no's than yeses. Like I tell my friends all the time, all it takes is one yes.
Yeah.
One yes changes everything. And I've definitely had 100 no's to every one yes. You know how many air checks tapes I've sent out and nobody's replied?
Air what?
Air checks. Air checks is when you do it's like recordings of you doing radio. I've sent them to every market in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody replied. That's somebody that didn't get the job. You know what I mean? TV auditions I've gone on and didn't get the gig. I've gotten way more no's than yeses.
Yeah.
All you need is that one yes. So I don't know what y'all think out there that, we're just sitting around and everybody's telling us yes to everything. That's not the way the world works.
No, I mean, as you get more successful, I'm sure you hear more yeses.
That's not true.
You're saying you hear more
You run
no's?
the LA circuit more than me.
Yeah.
I've heard stories about motherfuckers sitting in waiting rooms to audition and Don Cheadle sitting next to them.
It is wild.
Or Jamie Foxx. You know what I mean?
I've been in multiple auditions with people that were on The Wire, and it was almost heartbreaking.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Just because they're still forced to go out there?
Yeah, because it's like, a show that was so... You forget that they stopped making money off the show. Like, when I see The Wire, I'm like, oh, they're millionaires. If I see you on a show I love, I'm like, oh, you must be a millionaire because I love this show so much. But that's not how it works. You work, you get paid, and then you're out. That was a lot of these people's first show ever.
Yeah.
All these guys on The Sopranos, all the Italian dudes.
Snoop is on Love and Hip Hop.
Get out of here.
Snoop from The Wire.
I thought she's in jail for shooting somebody.
I don't know about that. She's on Love and Hip Hop. What, New York? Yeah, she's on Love and Hip Hop New York.
Well, she was from Baltimore, but they moved her up to New York for that?
She's on Love and Hip Hop
Talk
New
about
York.
Snoop. How do you feel about the Snoop pointing the gun with the fake gun to fake Trump?
I think it's wrong. Like I'd be a hypocrite to say anything else. Like I feel like if that was Barack Obama and motherfucking Riff Raff had a gun to Barack Obama, it'd be World War III out this motherfucker. You can't do that. Like, I respect, listen, man, I'm all for artistic expression. I'm all for artistic freedom. I understand what Snoop was trying to do. Like, because if you watch the video, they talk about deportation in the video, and then they got this guy, Donald Trump, signifying that he's a clown, which to me signifies he's doing some clown shit. Then Snoop pulls out the fake gun and shoots it. It goes bang. The flag comes out that says bang. Yeah. So it's like he's killing the clown shit that Donald Trump is doing. I don't know. You can look at it that way, but we don't have that kind of nuance. What we see is Donald Trump, Snoop pulling a gun, bang. It's wrong. If you're a Trump supporter or if you're in Trump's team and you think what Snoop did is wrong, you're right. Like, what the
But it's wrong because he's the president. If he was just Donald Trump, the businessman, it's fine.
It's still wrong. If he's Donald Trump, the businessman, it's just a little bit more to it. I'd be a little bit more scared if I was Snoop and motherfuckers start telling me, like, yo, you know the Secret Service is watching you. And I wish they said. Donald Trump tweeted Snoop this morning.
I saw that.
Like, I wouldn't want those problems. I don't think it's that deep. Like, I just think there's other ways that you could...
Snoop's getting audited.
Yeah, Snoop's getting audited.
Snoop's dispensary's getting shut down first.
Yeah.
Snoop's going to have some problems.
He's going to be getting pulled over in different states for no reason, held on the side of the road and all that. Like,
they're going to look right back into that case, that original murder case that he fought. They're going to get him on that. They're going to get him on that for sure.
I don't know. I mean, it's wrong. Like, I don't know any other way to spin it. It's wrong.
I guess, I don't know. I'm just like so unaffected by these things. I don't even want to talk about Trump anymore.